We're buying lots and building resplendent libraries. That's right, it's Foundations of Rome from Arcane Wonders. This city planning Caesar Fest pits 2 to 4 players against one another in a competition for glory points. By building the most impressive and well-placed structures in Rome, one player will be crowned as the most influential person in the empire. Setup begins with the city board placed center. Place the market board and curia board nearby. Each player then chooses a color, and no fighting about it or else you get stabbed in the Senate. That's what happens. Take the corresponding player board, buildings, and ownership tokens. Place 1 ownership token per player next to the scoring track and the population track. Randomly choose a first player, who takes 5 coins to start. Increase the starting coin for each player progressively by 1, which means the next player clockwise takes 6 coins, the next 7, and so forth. Prep the lot cards depending on the number of players. For a 4-player game, remove all the red lot cards. For 3 players, also remove the purple lot cards, and for 2 players, also remove the blue lot cards. This shrinks the board a bit for any game with less than 5 players, which uses all of the lot cards. Now keep your eyes peeled for the 5-player expansion. There's a link to the teaser in the description below. Shuffle the remaining lot cards and deal 6 to each player. Next, players place ownership tokens on each lot for which they have a card. The lot cards, including any acquired during the game, remain in a pile in front of each player. Split the remaining lot cards into 3 approximately equal piles, and place 1 pile on each of the round 1, round 2, and round 3 spaces on the market board. Finally, reveal 6 lot cards from the round 1 pile and place them in the for sale area of the market. Gameplay occurs over 3 rounds, each representing about 10 years of history in Rome. Players take turns, starting with the first player and proceeding clockwise, taking 1 of the following actions. Take income, buy a lot, or construct a building. After taking their action, play passes to the next player. The Take Income action allows a player to petition Romulus, the King of Rome, for 5 coins, which they immediately gain. Additionally, the active player gains 1 coin for each coin symbol on buildings they control in the city. The Buy a Lot action may be taken only if the active player still has ownership tokens remaining in their personal supply. If so, they may select and pay for 1 new lot card on the market, paying its cost and adding it to their area. They then place 1 of their ownership tokens on the matching lot in the city. All cards in the market then slide to the left, and a card from the current round pile is revealed and placed in the rightmost spot. Once all the cards in the market have been purchased, the round will end. More on rounds ending in a sec. The third action, Construct a Building, allows the player to take 1 of their 24 buildings and place it on the city board, provided they own a set of adjacent lots that match the size of the building. Once placed, the player returns the lot ownership tokens to their supply for later use. During this action, a player may also build over a building they've already constructed. To do so, the new building must be bigger than the building or buildings it replaces. Constructing in this way removes a building from the city board, replacing it with the new structure. In all cases, this action costs 0 coins. Romulus pays for the supplies and labor in Rome. Players continue their turns, gaining coins, buying lots, and constructing buildings. Once all the lot cards from a round pile have been depleted, and all cards have been bought from the market, all players get 1 final turn to collect income or build. Then the round ends. At the end of each round, players proceed through the following steps: citizen scoring, civic building bonuses, and collect coins. First, in citizen scoring, each player counts the population symbols on their buildings on the city board, marking the total on the population track. They then score glory points equal to their population total. The player or players with the most citizens in each round score a bonus: 4 glory points in round 1, 7 in round 2, and 10 in round 3. If 2 players tie, they both get the bonus. Next, players receive glory points based on their civic buildings on the city board. These have special glory reward icons which provide points based on the building types adjacent to the civic building. The owner of such an adjacent building doesn't matter for the purposes of scoring, so being next to an opponent's structure can still provide points. Some of these icons include points for citizens on adjacent residential buildings, points for coins on adjacent commercial buildings, points for adjacent civic buildings, and points for any adjacent buildings, regardless of type. Next, players collect coins from the bank equal to the number of coin symbols on their commercial buildings on the city board. In the final round, players are instead awarded glory points for each coin symbol. After all players have proceeded through those steps and collected points and coins, refill the market board with cards from the next round's pile. A new round begins with the player to the left of the person who took the last turn in the previous round. After the third round, the game ends. Players collect glory instead of coins for the end of round phase, collect victory points for each commercial building constructed, and players score 1 glory point for each ownership token they still have on the city board. The player who has the most glory points is appointed the leader of the new Senate and wins the game. And that's Foundations of Rome. You can check out this game on Kickstarter, and remember that some of these pieces, like the building colors, are subject to change. I'm Becca Scott, and if I were in the Senate, I probably would have stabbed Caesar too. Groupthink. Anyway, you can watch me and my friends play this game and other amazing games on Game the Game right here on Geek and Sundry. We'll see you there. Don't stab your friends though. That's bad.